I was saying, y'all got no expenses. Me, bro, $250,000 a month.
All right, well, that was not supposed to be aired in public.
Well, now you fucking know.
We'll put the
Please like this video because I need Google AdSense.
Just waiting for today's inspiring opening.
I just looked at Dylan and made eye contact with him, silent. By the way, for 2 seconds, I was like, welcome back to Impulsive, the #1 podcast in the world. Thank you guys for listening, viewing, watching, subscribing. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe before I shove something up your rectum.
Wow.
Shove something?
You're going to shove something? Shove something?
A lot of things happening here. What's going on, guys?
Name one.
I don't know. We got a fight earlier.
Yeah.
Who, me and you?
Yeah. And last night.
That's common.
And
dude.
last night.
Daily.
I'll be honest with you, we get in fights constantly, and it's not. It's one of those
You
things
guys are
where
like
it's
a bickering couple.
I know. It's one of those things where it's not like we get in fights. It's like you get in fights with me. I don't do anything wrong. You start some shit.
This is an unhealthy relationship, guys. You got to get this checked out.
Like this one, for example. Let's just air it out. You made a promise to do a social deliverable.
Nope.
All right, hold on. Wait.
You made the promise on behalf of me.
I would never, on behalf of my friend, confidant, and consigliere, make a promise that was not discussed. You have selective memory, and you are now denying said promise. And now we're gonna have one mad 19-year-old entrepreneur.
Look.
If you're watching this, I am sorry. Logan lied.
You should be. No. He should be sorry because it's his fault. Listen,
That's how we got our
next question. We'll go to the next subject. Have you been dreaming lately?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Someone very close to me, like I'm physically, Dylan actually brought this up to me. He goes, "Yo, you know how we know phones like aren't real and like phones aren't almost like are some existential thing?
Like a phone?
Have you ever dreamt about your phone? Have you ever been on your phone in a dream?"
Wow.
That's incredible. An incredible statement. But at the same time, like...
No, I haven't. I have not been on my phone in my dream.
Something to think about. Are they real? Should they even be existing?
We definitely don't need them. I don't think.
I
think there are ways to telepathically communicate to each other.
Can I just get
What am I thinking right now?
Plants.
Mike is wrong about most things.
How did you know that?
Exactly.
Well, my whole point on it was I've never dreamed about lettuce. I've never dreamed about my femur. I've never dreamed about any of my toes. But guess what? Pretty sure all of those are fucking real.
Hey, speaking of toes, the new dog we got, Ruby, she's got an extra toe, an extra toe on each hind leg, and not
it's like a talon.
No, it's not the hind toe. You know how dogs have that hind toe? She's got 2 of those. So we figured, just like young Dougie King Kong, she must be inbred.
Or she was crossbred with a hawk.
Oh.
Talons.
Yeah. Didn't think of that, did you?
Hey, do you think we can make an agreement right now on Impulsive?
That you're not going to get any more animals?
That you're going to send an apology video to James Charles, show up at his door with some chocolates?
Those are actually both great. I don't even know if I want to say mine. I probably should do both of those.
Yeah.
Why would I apologize to James?
I don't know, because Spencer always talks about some road that exists up in the sky. What's it called again?
The Old Town Road?
High Road or whatever.
Road.
I guess evidently you smoke a bunch of drugs and you go drive around up there or some shit. I don't know.
You're still salty about last episode, aren't you?
Where you challenged me to stop drinking.
Yeah.
By the way,
I knew you were upset.
that was 6 episodes ago, Spencer.
Who knows?
Who knows? Who fucking
We
knows?
could be in Russia right now.
Right now.
What if we're
Dreaming.
pre-dated episode
What if we're dreaming?
without our phones? Hey, guys, I want to bring on the guest. He is the star of one of, if not one of the most popular shows on Bravo, $1 Million Listing New York. He sold billions of dollars worth of real estate.
Billions.
He's a best-selling author, a 6'3" stud with 1 million Instagram followers, and maybe, most importantly, he's a hand model. Woo! Wow. It's Ryan Serhant.
Woo!
Hello.
Yes.
What's up?
How you doing, man?
What a great intro.
Thanks, dude. Thanks
hand
for being awesome.
I'll never live it down.
Let's see those fucking hands.
Those monos. Holy moly, dude.
Woo!
Accessorized out the wazoo, too, bro.
Oh,
wow.
Sometimes you gotta
Close
get
up.
close, like in the face. Otherwise, you can't really tell.
Hey, bro, your fingers are huge. You see how long his fingers are?
It's not a piano. My dad's huge. My dad is 6'6".
Oh, he is?
So I think I had those. So yeah, I hand modeled to pay the bills when I first moved to the city.
Wow.
You hand modeled here in LA?
No, New York.
Okay.
Yeah, based in New York.
Why did you know you're like, yo, my hands are sexy?
No, man. I was on a soap opera called As the World Turns, and I had like headshots done, right? And one of them like had a classic. I don't know if I could find it. Where I'm like holding my chin like this.
Oh my God.
You know what I mean?
I see it. Yeah.
And my one like a modeling agent called me. He's like, "Hey, I've got a casting for you." And I was like, "Oh, sweet, that would be awesome. Let's go on." And he's like, "Okay, but it's different for a hand modeling job."
Wow.
And I'm like, what is that? And he's like, well, it's like for holding phones and stuff. He's like, just make sure you bring a sleeveless shirt because they're going to look at your arms.
Were you in an Apple commercial?
No, it's for AT&T. I held phones for like 2 years.
And you weren't in a dream?
No, it wasn't in a dream.
Okay.
It was real. So I did have dreams about cell phones back then. They are real.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, fuck
there
me.
goes that whole. Hey, maybe we could have that section cut.
Because I would hang upside down and they would paint my hands to look like the Great Wall of China, and then I'd hold a BlackBerry in the middle and they'd pay me $150 an hour, and that was my life.
You know who else did that? That guy from Zoolander.
Yeah.
Remember the movie Zoolander
Yeah.
where he's like, I was a famous hand model.
Yeah,
And
it's
something
real.
happens to him. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
real thing.
Well, so
Oh,
why didn't you pursue hand modeling full fledged?
Because it's a lot of work, man.
Really?
Yeah, real estate's way better.
Really?
No, it's hand modeling. I mean, it's only.
What do you do to your nails? I noticed those are like perfect too. Like, do you cut them yourself?
Yeah, I cut them myself.
Can I be honest? I don't have a nail file.
Yeah.
So
I hate nail files. They freak me out. They,
Yeah,
like, make my hands.
But
feel
also,
weird.
you gotta get it done. You gotta get your nails filed,
Right,
like
right.
somehow. So
It's okay when you do it professionally.
I don't do that. I clip them.
Yeah.
And then I scratch the wall. I
okay.
swear to God,
I've seen that.
I
So
scratched the
weird.
wall.
Awful.
Bro, it
Horrible.
sucks. My last girlfriend's like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
That's why they broke up.
Yeah.
Do you have like a bunch of scratch marks in your bathroom
Yes.
or something?
Yeah.
You just go in his bathroom. It's
should
just
get rid of those
huge
walls.
claw marks down the wall.
What do cats have that they
Yeah.
scratch?
But I don't put it.
Yeah,
on,
the little cat scratch.
I do it on the wall where it's like you got to be in the bathroom, like on a
You gotta be
5 to
looking.
10 minute poop, and you just happen to be like glancing to the left. And let's be honest, bro, like no one's really pooping in my bathroom. Like I know y'all aren't because they whoop your ass, and the girls, they
It's
know
actually-
better.
it's
They know
actually
better.
vice versa.
They go in the
You're-
corner of the house.
You're pooping in our bathrooms.
Yeah.
Yes,
Vice
well,
versa.
Well, because I
And scratching the wall.
I don't.
You better not
I
scratch the fucking wall.
Scratched Evan's wall once because I borrowed his nail clippers.
He just shows up
Evan
randomly
hates
and
that.
poops.
I can't poop in front of girls, bro.
And you know,
I can't do
so
it.
he'll just show
Nobody
up in my
can, though.
bathroom 10 a.m.
Some people can. I heard.
Really?
I heard
In their dreams? Yeah.
with cell phones.
What happens?
How many callbacks can we do?
What happens if you come into like Spencer's room to poop and he's got Angel over? Can you poop in front of other
nope.
people's
Happened
girls?
once. Happened once. And by the way, Angel had no idea. She answered the door. I was like, "Is Spencer here?" And before she even answered, I was gone, bro. I didn't care if you were there.
That you actually tried to poop in my room? Or you've done it?
He does all the time.
Dude,
When
you've
he
been
has-
sneaky because I haven't got you.
He'll just walk into my room in the morning and he doesn't say anything, no good morning, nothing, just straight in the bathroom and sit there for a while. And he comes out.
That's why I present reading material for my guests too. Do you guys do that?
What do you have in there?
the Amanda Cerny Playboy.
Hand models
No,
monthly.
I don't have that. Yeah, hand models monthly.
Wait, who? Is
No,
there
no
like
one
an
better
ass-
poop in my
No, it's-
that would be the worst.
Well, you probably got a nice house.
I have an apartment though. I don't have a house like this. Yeah. So so like I would see everybody and hear everything. In New York City, the walls are like paper thin. So that would just be fucked.
Is
up.
it a nice apartment? I don't think the walls are paper thin,
They are pretty paper thin in New York City. You
but
can
it's a
hear
nice
everything.
apartment.
Yeah, I have a
Because
nice
I looked up
apartment
your net worth.
in Soho.
It says here,
Oh, what is it?
Oh wow.
net worth of 20 million.
Really?
Oh, damn.
I think it's pretty low.
Oh,
Yeah, it always is. They always shoot over.
my man's balling, bro. So this real estate thing, it really worked out.
Yeah,
I mean, it really fucking worked out.
It worked out for a little bit. Yeah, so I was hand modeling and that didn't work, and I needed a job. Otherwise, I was going to move home to Colorado, and a friend told me to get my real estate license. And I started in September 2008 when Lehman Brothers filed for bankruptcy. That was day one for me.
Damn.
So
Day
what was
one.
that? Yeah. So what was that? Was day one when
Literally
you
day. That's the only reason I remember it, because everyone in the office was like watching CNBC, and
So let's-
people were leaving the business, and that was day one for me. Yeah.
So let's talk about that for a second. Think about it. So the market's down.
Yeah.
Everyone's losing their shit.
Yeah.
Are people buying because there's blood on the streets? Like, are people coming into the city and buy? It has
Some
real
people
estate-
were, but they
Okay.
weren't buying from me.
Okay.
Like I was brand new. So I was just doing rentals in Koreatown. I'd post ads on Craigslist for apartments that didn't exist. You'd meet people on the corner. You'd take them to other apartments and hopefully they'd pick one. And that was literally the training you got as a real estate agent in New York City. And now there's like 83,000 of us in Manhattan alone. It's crazy.
So, well, because there's this like phenomenon that sort of started to happen where like you could become a real estate agent, not go to college, become a real estate agent, and
Yeah.
make it big.
Yeah.
and
'Cause TV fucked it all up. No, it's reality TV. Dude, people come up to me a guy just on your street as I'm waiting for your secret gate to open over here. Some guy rides by on a bike and talking to me about his new real estate career. I have no idea who it was.
Oh my God.
And he's like, we should sell this house across the street. Talk to Logan, and what did he sell this house? I'm like, I don't even know who
He didn't happen to say he was the Antichrist by any chance.
No, not at all.
Okay.
Great. We got a restraining order against that.
That guy. So just let us know.
Yeah.
So 83,000 in New York City.
The barrier of entry is so low. Like, you can get off a boat and come to the United States, click online, couple $100 and become a real estate agent and have the same level of qualifications that I do.
Wow.
Right? And if you talk to somebody and they're cool with you, like, there's nothing that's going to stop them from buying from you.
So I was going to say, so what makes you so great? What makes you stand out or made you stand out?
Honestly, at the time, man, I started going gray when I was 16, and when I was on the soap opera, I was diet, and then when I got into real estate, I said fuck it. So I looked older than I was, so I didn't look like I was 23.
You look like the Silver Surfer.
Yeah, when I was 23.
dope
But-
look.
So people thought I was older, and they were like, "How long have you been in this business for a while?" And I'd be like, "Well, for a while, yeah, for a long, long time." And I'd look at my watch, and then go.
Wait,
the
how
other
old are
way.
you?
I'm 34.
That's great. Same with Mike. How
Great
much money in
age.
sales have you sold in your career?
Oh, I don't know, like 4 billion or so. Really.
Damn.
But it's not just it wasn't just the gray hair and the lies about doing it for a while. Your thing is probably just like any other sales thing. You build rapport. You build great relationships in a hurry.
Yeah,
right?
and I follow up like a motherfucker every single day.
Hey, listen, I'm aware
Yeah.
because you reached out a number of times.
Was it me though, or was it?
It could have been anyone. And by the way,
Yeah.
And
I
by
have a
the
large
way,
team. Yeah,
And
yeah.
by the way, incredible, awesome. Like you are putting yourself in the right place. By the way, because
Number one podcast in the world.
any brand
Very
or
smart move.
individual, I'll make a statement. Any brand or individual who's looking to sell more product or garner more brand awareness should be featured on this show. So great job.
Please email sponsors at Impaulsive. Ah, man. Yeah, great job. Realtors always like, and my dad is a realtor, real estate agent.
Yeah.
And by the way, in 2008, Ohio.
Yeah, okay.
2008 is when you said that was your first day on.
Yeah, in September.
Okay, that's when my dad's life ended.
Yeah.
Because he was a realtor of, I think, 20 years, and he had invested so much money in all of it, and everything tanked. The market crashed, and as like a kid who was eating, like steaks for dinner every other night, like we had to move to Hamburger Helper
And
because
steakos.
we had no money anymore.
Yeah.
So man, congrats for ruining my dad's life.
Had nothing to do with me. Dude, I didn't even have a suit.
No, but
that
you
time.
replaced him. You replaced him.
In New York City, sort of. But listen, there's a lot of brokers in New York City. But I just started doing rentals just like everybody else. And then I just followed up with everybody, and I talked to people on the street because I had no shame. And I just didn't want to have to move home. That was like the big thing. Like, I have to make it in New York City. Otherwise, I move home to Colorado, to Steamboat Springs, and I paint fucking fence for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Like, that was my wall that I was running up against every single day. And I still think about that. Like, if things don't work out, I'm going to have to paint fence in Colorado.
I don't
and,
think
like, do
you're
manual
gonna,
labor.
I don't think you're gonna have to do that.
Thanks.
I don't think you're gonna have to do that
Maybe.
unless there's another huge recession. Do you think
Which
him and
people say is common. I don't know.
potentially? Do you think him and GP are as close to polar opposites as you could possibly get in life?
Well, that's why he said like the barrier to entry is so minimal. Like, did you go to college?
Yeah.
Did you graduate?
Yeah.
Congrats. My dad went for, I think, a year, and he was like, fuck this, I'm going to do real estate. And by the way, he was good. He can sell.
You don't need to go to college to learn to sell. I mean, anyone can sell. Like,
Did you
that's
know how to sell before you went to college? Like, what was your degree in?
English, literature, and theater.
There you
What's
go.
going on? What's happening?
Let me show you a beautiful home.
Because
right
you wanted to be an actor.
Yeah. So I came to New York City to act and do theater, and it didn't work out except for the soap. And then I had to figure out, like, do I wait tables? Do I bartend? What do I do? I just wanted to make sure I didn't go home, and I didn't want to get a survival job because I knew a lot of like 50 and
Bear
60.
Grylls?
Like a lot of like 50 and 60-year-old actors, right, in New York City. They live in tiny little apartments. They're just depressed all the time, and they're still waiting to make it, like, every single day. And I didn't want to be that guy. So I figured real estate might be a way where I could take all the skills I had from learning how to talk to people, improv classes, and all that, and I would meet people on the street, and I'd show them apartments, and maybe I could afford my rent. That was initially, like, literally my goal. And then it's just gone up from there because I just didn't stop, and I became addicted with the idea that, like, the harder I worked, the more money I could make.
What's the shittiest thing you've ever sold?
No one ever asked me that question. Actually, everyone's always like, "What's the biggest thing? What's the most money?"
Like, what's the
thing?
one that you sold and you're like, damn, bro, that was shit.
Yeah. Honestly, there's a lot. There's a lot of places that are really, really hard to sell that you wouldn't think are shit, or the sellers don't think are shit. But one of the first things I had to sell was like, I think we sold it for $399,000 in Hanover Square in the financial district. It was apartment 10L, and it was like fuchsia with like silver decorations, but like fake silver, like on the walls and stuff. It smelled like cat piss and cigarette smoke,
great.
and weed at the same time. I had to paint it personally. It was a disaster. It was like it was just the worst thing to sell.
Rate, dude, $399K in Manhattan is literally, you can't even
It was
buy
a box.
closet.
No, it's smaller than. I mean, it was like this table would not fit in that apartment that we sold.
So you're in like you're in this like highest tier, would you say, of like real estate in New York City? Ironically, my older sister dated this kid Kyle Blackman.
Sure.
From Compass.
Yeah, he's huge. He's awesome.
She was dating him, and they like ended up splitting up. Like they were on like the fast track towards like fiance, like engagement. And then she's like, I'm just not feeling it. They broke up. And literally like 2 months later, I'm on Google and it's like Kyle Blackman sells the biggest real estate in Manhattan history.
Yeah, back then he did that.
$88 million for Sandy Wiles.
Wow.
Yeah, he sold his penthouse to the Russian guy, 15 Central Park West. And that one deal brought the entire real estate market back.
Crazy.
That was when the market was pure recession, awful, terrible. That one Russian guy comes in, drops that money, and literally every other New Yorker was like, oh, I guess I should spend money now, and everyone went back to spending money. Crazy.
That address, 15 Central Park, was like the most. Is it still one of the most powerful addresses?
One of. Now you've got 220 Central Park South, and you've got 111 West 57th Street, 520 Park, Billionaires Row, on 57th Street. Yeah,
crazy.
Yeah, it's totally crazy.
She met him. She was his personal shopper at Bloomingdale's.
Really?
And they hit it off, dude.
Wow.
She dated him, and all of a sudden she's going.
I'm gonna give Kyle shit for having a personal shopper at Bloomingdale's, though, and dating her.
I'm probably calling him out on so much, but I'm like watching her. She's doing all this normal shit, and then all of a sudden I start seeing pictures of her in the Hamptons. They're going to Dubai, hanging out with the Emir in Dubai. I'm like, what's good right now? You found a real winner, Jill, huh?
Yeah, and then she left him.
Yeah, it just didn't work out.
Yeah, no worries.
I do have to know, what was the most expensive property you've ever sold?
We sell. We sell a lot of buildings. So a lot of my business is selling out entire buildings. So condo buildings in New York City, right? It's all about volume.
Yeah.
And so those sellouts will be from $200 million to $1 billion a sell.
And what's the commission? Like, what are you getting paid for in something like that?
Like it's between 3% and 6%, but the average is probably like 2.5%, 3%.
Is that just one side of it? Or
One
is
side.
That,
Yeah, one side.
Yep.
But what are we working on now? Working on a $40 million deal in the Hamptons right now. We just did a deal on Park Avenue for $31 million for a 3-bedroom. Just closed on something today for 9, yesterday for 14. I sell probably 2 homes a day. I have a large team underneath me.
So you're selling, are you also, I'm sure you're renting apartments or no?
Some, but it's like renting in New York City is a significant amount of paperwork, right? You got to qualify the guarantees, like all the stuff. It's a lot of work. So I try not to, but I'll do it for specific clients.
If I wanted to do a complete career switch, how hard do you think it would? I'm not even kidding, yo. No, I feel like I'd do great.
You'd kill it.
Yeah.
Yeah. We should do it. Let's do it.
That'd be great. I like how you just said it twice.
No, we should. Yeah, it's that way. It has to make sense.
We should do it. Let's do it. Nice.
Well, can he start to can he get licensed and maybe start to devote? So, because I guess my question is,
Can you imagine?
how did
You should sell real estate.
Wow. That's what I was gonna ask. Do you think a lot of it now, like to go to you as a client,
Yeah.
being one of the biggest and best in the world, television, all that shit, billions of dollars in sales under your belt, it's almost like an honor for someone to be able to buy from you.
I would never say that to a client. Like,
Of
it is
course
an
you
honor
would.
to be
Of
talking
course
to
you
me.
would.
Yeah.
But I bet you.
I
bet you
smaller
Jim
clients.
from Goldman Sachs is out at playing racquetball with his buddy saying, "Oh, I bought with Ron," bragging about it.
Yeah.
And then they would do the same thing for Logan Paul. So I think LP should start selling some high-end real estate in New York City, bro.
You should do it, man. You should do it. You
We
got
should
the
do it.
client base. They're all out there. And the biggest thing for me, like the push into YouTube and all of that, was that like I prepare now for the buyers for tomorrow. Like people, who's going to be buying real estate in the next 10 years? Like I don't want to be advertising to the people who aren't, right? I want to make sure that the people who are growing up get jobs, like want to spend money.
Is that why you came on the show?
No, I came on the show because I was in Encino, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to go up that massive hill.
So you talked earlier about a recession. For the next generation that's spending money, what if we get hit with another recession? Like, are you planning for that? What should we know? Like, what's going on?
Yeah, tell us the secret, man.
Tell-
I want to buy a house.
Tell us everything about everything.
Yeah, listen, you just can't be stupid. Like, people are so stupid. It's
true.
People are so stupid, and they spend money they don't have. Like, that's the biggest mistake that people made before, and it's the biggest mistake people make now. You don't get qualified. You spend money you don't have. You spend money because you had a good year, not thinking about what could happen next year and the next year and the next year, right? And that's where a lot of kids put themselves into a lot of trouble.
And rappers.
And rappers,
Lot-
right?
man.
And people with student debt, like everybody.
Rappers, like ever since the days of MC Hammer, man, they just keep buying those big ass houses. Like even 21 Savage with the, what was it? How many cars?
12
car
in a,
garage.
in a 12, 6 in a 12 car garage.
6,
Yeah.
unbelievable.
But I'm happy to sell it to them. Like, for
of
sure.
course.
But
Why
I
would
feel
you
like
not?
rappers now, like instead of going broke now, the cool thing is to go to jail. Like everyone's going to jail.
That's so hot right
Yeah.
now, dude. Jail is so hot.
Ja-
in
So
America
either we
right
sell,
Prison
we get a big house, or should we all go to jail?
No. Hey, let's talk about your,
now.
your
Oh,
reality show.
one other quick thing too. What about
or one other
For
what
this
about-
recession,
for this
it's
recession, it's helpful.
hold,
Yes.
right? Like, why would you sell after the market drop? The bottom drops out of the market, right? Like, if
You
you're
don't, but you
holding,
buy.
buy.
Right. Yeah, you can buy.
So always have some cash on the sidelines.
Yeah,
'Cause I think
always.
the reason I brought it back up is I think that's a good question that Spencer asked for kids watching this or people who have investments. When the floor drops out and the tariffs from China fuck us or whatever happens,
When people freak out, that's when you spend money.
start buying.
Yeah.
And
like right now,
yeah.
like the market's weird now. In New York, everywhere, the market's soft. People are freaking out. Like now is a good time to buy. Like now for the next 24 months is a good time to go out there and get a good deal for sure.
In real estate.
Yes. Yeah. Well, kind of in anything. I mean, it's a good buyer's market
You
no matter
don't-
what you're looking for.
You don't see a bigger turn down coming.
Not really. I mean, in New York, we've had one since 2015. So it's been a turn down that I think the rest of the country is about to feel. So if anything, like looking around the rest of the country to get into real estate, I kind of think now is a good time.
Turn down for what, bro? Your reality show.
Yeah.
Your reality star.
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
that why you have 1 million followers on Instagram?
Yeah,
That's not easy to do.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, $3 million listing. Sort of. $3 million listing and through YouTube and through everything. You know, I have a baby now. I have a wife that people like way more than me.
Family channel.
Yeah.
Perfect. You got the recipe.
Same
Yeah,
thing
there you go.
constantly.
It's great.
Unbelievable.
So, I mean, you've been on that show. You're still on it.
We're filming the 8th season of $1 Million Listing right now. We'll come back this summer. Yeah.
How authentic is it?
Super, unfortunately for me. Like
Oh, really?
if it was like unauthentic and they told us what to do, we'd film that whole season in like a month or two. But it takes the 8th season that'll come out. I think it's in August. It will have taken us 11 months to make it.
Wow.
It's like it takes forever because the average days on market in the city for big properties is like a year. So it takes, and they follow the whole fucking thing.
So the deals aren't closed before the.
If they're closed, they film it. If they're not closed and the show is done filming, then I either get fired or they show it as not closing, or we have to rent it, or something happens.
Wow.
Yeah. So there's pressure from me, like from myself, from the seller, from Bravo, NBC. It's like this whole thing.
What? For those of our young viewers who don't know, Bravo is a cable television station.
Television is a box
Wow.
that sits on your wall and transmits an image to your eyeball.
Sometimes they're now curved. So if you see,
Whoa.
it could be curved now.
Slow down.
You need to take it easy.
Oh,
Take it easy with the curves, all right?
There
I'm
was,
talking about the box with the fucking
Mike and I, the guy on the bike that was talking to you about real estate.
Yeah.
Mike and I looked at the house that he was telling you about. It's literally across the street.
Yeah, the one across the street.
Yeah, and so like
He's super
bro,
excited about it, that guy.
There was this.
It shouldn't be.
There was this
I
thing
shouldn't
on the
be.
wall, bro. I saw it was like curved, and I took it off, and there was some sort of like
residue.
no, it was like it was dangling from
Cord.
What?
A cord.
A cord?
Yeah, he's talking about a phone, like the thing. It's on the wall, and it has
Phone cord.
A
But there was
phone
like a-
cord.
Yeah, yeah.
Cord?
Yeah,
Connecting
cord,
the
and
phone
evidently
to the wall.
he had-
That sounds ridiculous.
It's real.
crazy.
I was
real.
looking
It's
at.
an old
I was
house.
like, Mike, what is this?
And he looks at the phone. He goes, numbers.
The
I go,
numbers
very
weren't-
good.
so it wasn't a
Logan.
touch.
So when you walk away, there's a cord, is what you're telling me.
Exactly.
That's attached to the
Oh,
wall.
and you can only go as far. Yes. They even had one with the. Was even new for me. Rhetoric.
I don't believe you guys.
Rhetoric.
Rotary.
Rotary phone with a little wheel that you just dingle dangle around. And listen, the first thing I said when I walked in the house and I saw these two phones was, someone just died in this home. I
right.
know it. And then we looked and we saw this little twin size bed. And I
And a
said,
ghost. We saw.
and
the
I
go-
said,
the ghost of
lady,
the death person.
who's selling this home? And she said, well, unfortunately, the seller of his home passed away recently. I said, of course he fucking did.
Yeah, that's actually an interesting
I think
thing.
you have to say that in California. I think it's the law. In New York, you don't. You don't have to say if someone died in
What
the
if someone got
apartment.
murdered?
Really?
What if
No, you
someone-
don't have to.
You don't have to say
No,
that
not-
someone got murdered in this house that
you
you're
don't
about to
have
buy.
Anything is anything. You can Google whatever you want, but it's not legal. You don't have to tell
That
someone.
is a microcosm for everything in California. In California, every single thing that you see or walk past has a label that says, this is known in the state of California to cause cancer. Water, the sun.
The W Hotel.
The W
Have you
Hotel.
seen
They
that?
just stick a W.
Wait, what?
The W
W Hotel.
Hotel is known to cause cancer.
What?
Yeah.
Every
No, dead
single
serious.
thing.
Really?
When you walk,
What?
when you walk in on the Hollywood Boulevard entrance, or like the entrance on that street, like right by the subway station, you walk in there. There's like a little writing on the glass wall next to the door that just says like
It's
This area
it's
causes cancer.
yes.
Oh my
It's called Prop 63.
Yeah.
And
Right.
California, everyone is responsible to say that everything causes cancer.
I think you should wear a sign because
literally, if you open one
Like
of
on your
those
forehead.
beautiful bean bags right there, which
The
I guess
beanbag
no
chair
more
causes
free,
cancer.
no more free brand deals. But I know that on the inside of that chair it says the state of California, like every single thing. But I found this out. These things only cause cancer in California.
Right.
Oh, interesting. What I was gonna say
Not
is,
New York.
have you ever,
New York,
have you ever
nothing causes
sold a
cancer
house?
there.
Have you ever sold a house that was haunted?
115 East 35th Street. I'm 100% was haunted. We saged that thing. Everything. Terrifying. Like little doll hells, like heads downstairs. Like you would go downstairs and you'd hear someone walking upstairs and there's no one upstairs. Like there was no, like I never saw anything. But then I'd go upstairs and I'd hear someone walking downstairs and you'd like hear a door crack. And then I'd quickly run over to see what the fuck was going on. And then I'd have to like run out. Yeah, 115 East 35th Street. I'm sorry to the owner who now owns it.
You ever consider getting it cleared out via some sort of?
We did. We like saged it. We had a woman who came
Yes.
through who did the whole thing.
You
like,
really
the seance.
was it for the show, or did you really actually do that?
No, we really did it. We really did it. It was a whole. It was terrifying. It was freaky.
Did you
Like,
ever hear this sound?
No, not
Because
until right now.
if you did, there was Mike in the house.
There you go, man. I guess
It's not haunted. You're there. Yeah,
that's just me, man.
yeah. But like everything in New York, I think they tore it down and built a new one, so it's fine. Yeah, so it's fine. That's what you do in New York, right? You
You
take
just
things that
bust
are
shit
beautiful
down,
and old, and you tear it down and you build a new one.
Done.
Yeah, and then 20 years from now, they're gonna be like, oh, it's gross.
Tear it down
2019.
again, build it up
Terrible
again.
and old. Tear it down, build a new one.
Isn't
You
it
know,
crazy
for
how,
double the money?
Isn't it crazy how different the vibes are, dude, in the two different cities? Like
Super
crazy.
different.
Yeah, do you like one better?
I mean, I'm from New York. I mean, I'm based in New York. I'm partial to New York. It's very different out here. Totally different. The vibes are different. The people are different. People move different. It's not. I don't not like it, but it's just totally different. Doing deals out here is so different. It's such a process.
The one thing I usually say is I find it people from New York can roll out to LA and be like, this is my turf now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna set up shop here.
Yeah.
You can't. It doesn't work both ways.
No, we've seen
like,
we've seen LA brokers come out to New York
Yeah,
and like stuff,
what's
and they
that
set
like?
up, and no one pays attention.
Yeah.
And they dissolve really, really quickly.
They're like, but we've got vegan treats. We've got very
Yeah.
nice
Why
water.
you always got to diss
No,
veganism,
just-
huh?
I'm not.
Why
It's
do they
just-
gotta have?
No one
I'm
cares.
Sorry.
Bitch.
no one cares.
I am sorry, Spencer.
All right.
Okay, but we've got very tasty Kangen water, 9.0 pH. Come on in. We'll go surfing later, and we'll
Mike
talk
always
about real
throws these vegan jabs. You know you do. All right.
Well, you throw alcoholic jabs, and they hurt me.
Okay.
So why do you think it works the other way? Why do you think New Yorkers can show up in
Because
LA
New
and
Yorkers
make a
are
scene?
fucking gangster, bro. I'm from just outside New York.
Yeah.
Not from Manhattan, but I'm
Yeah.
from Stamford, Connecticut. And I spent enough time in the city, and we're fucking we're beasts, bro. Beast, East Coast beasts, dude.
It works. Yeah, it works.
It's just how we are. And then we come out here, and everybody's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna take a lunch break now, man." I'm like, "What the hell does that mean?" I eat my lunch off my keyboard, off my computer keyboard.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, what's good?
Yeah. Yeah, but it's cool. But we like selling real estate out here. We've got teams kind of everywhere, so we sell all over the country. But I like doing deals out here, and I like being out here. I mean, the weather's obviously way better. Like this morning when we left, we got on the plane. It's like 48 and raining. Yeah. In the middle of May, it's brutal.
Nasty.
Yeah. Oh, you just got here today?
Yeah. Just
Oh, that's great. Do you have any beef with anyone on the show?
with anyone that I'm looking front right now.
No, not right now. Not right now. Not on this show. Not
Not
on
even
this
this show. Like,
Nah.
I don't know you.
Not
people.
yet. Not yet.
I don't know you people.
Unless
Nah,
Mike
nah.
starts freestyling.
Yeah, he's good at that.
On $1 Million Listing? I mean, listen, there's like I've always had beef with Frederick. I don't know if you've watched the show or people who are watching this know what a TV
But is that real? I heard he's the #1 real estate broker in New York.
Not really. Yeah, I mean, listen, not according to numbers and facts and math and science. So,
which we
What
pay
about
attention
biology?
to on this show.
We run
number
into
one
the
podcast in the world.
same. We run into the same problem with this show. We are statistically and algorithmically the number one podcast in the entire world.
Yep.
Yet Apple, Spotify, all these like kind of crappy companies
Right.
continue to just demote us down
Bullshit.
to. It's crazy, bro.
bullshit.
We believe
They
in
don't believe in
statistics.
science.
So this Frederick
anything.
dude, like what?
Algorithms.
Like
It's competitive. Like I said, man, like there's 83,000 brokers in New York City, and there's maybe 100 of us that are towards the top that fight to the death for all of the same business. It's the same developers, it's the same clients, and there's only so much real estate to go. Like for those 83,000 brokers, I think only
this guy.
maybe 12,000. Yes, that guy.
Oh,
That
I've
guy.
seen this guy before.
Frickin' Frederick.
I think maybe only 12,000 homes will sell this year in New York. So that's a lot of brokers who will do no business and make no money.
Yeah. So what's the shadiest stuff that you could do as a broker? Like what's the most dirtbag move?
Brokers lie. Yeah, that's me when I had a beard.
Let's go.
You ever
Dope
throw another
beard.
We're about
broker?
to drop a mixtape and sell a house.
Yeah.
Great.
You ever throw another broker down the stairs
No, never.
for a sale?
No. On a sale?
Yeah.
No, it can't. No, I would be arrested and shot.
Yeah, but
Everyone's
I mean,
so sensitive in New York City too. I can't physically assault them to get deals done.
everyone's sensitive.
Here out here, you
welcome
could
to-
probably do that.
Nah.
No.
welcome,
Really?
welcome to LA. You want to talk sensitivity? Pfft,
Yeah,
it ain't in New York City, brother.
yeah.
True. No, what's like the worst thing? Sketchiest dirtbag thing you could do as a
Dude,
broker?
honestly, lying, stealing clients, it's all the stuff you see. I mean, everything you see on TV is real. I mean, it all happens in real time. Like I said, they film with us for like a year, so we're all going after each other's clients. We're all trying to get deals done that the other guy won't get done. No,
Why not?
I try not to. Because it's a small world, man, and like there's enough to go around. There's so much New York City to go around. I don't need his client. There's so many new ones every single day who want to get into the business that I'm happy to work with to not have bad karma.
What's the best way to approach someone to actually establish a rapport? Like
Compliment
we
them
talk about
off the bat.
Really?
Yeah, 100%.
Don't talk about your app.
No, don't talk about your app.
Okay, good.
What do you say? What do you say? What was the answer?
You start off with a compliment. You say hello and you compliment them on something.
Compliment me right now. What would you say?
It's a sick shirt.
Thanks, bro. Be a Maverick. LoganPaul.com/shop.
See?
See?
Works
And
every fucking time.
buy a house now.
I'm in. You sold me. That's great.
Yeah.
Do you always say nice shirt? Like, what if the shirt sucks?
Then it's the shoes, it's the haircut, it's the eyes.
What
it's
if you just
something-
got a person who just sucks, dude? Like,
Dude, there's always something you can compliment with. It's
like-
how you always start. You don't want to be that salesperson that's like, hey, can I help you? Can I help you? Do you like my app? Do you whatever the fuck you just said?
Yeah.
Like, you don't want to be that guy.
worst
Right?
case
You don't buy
scenario,
through that
bro,
person.
Just go up to him and be like this. I like you.
I really like you a lot.
Then they'll buy your house. Hey,
That works.
you think social media has impacted your reality show?
Yes.
Because in negatively or
In a couple, I mean, we sell through social media now. I just sold a house for $13 million through YouTube, which changed the game for
sorry,
us.
what did you just say? How did
How did this happen?
I made a property video that's different from other property videos, put it on YouTube, and the seller really didn't want us to do it because they're like, listen, no, people buying $13 million houses don't go on YouTube. They're not going to see it. We don't want you to degrade our investment that way. Like I get a lot of shit for that. And so we made it anyway, and we put it out there, and a young girl, whose mom was looking for a house on the east side of Manhattan, so totally different neighborhood, saw the video, showed it to her mom and said, hey, you should look at this. And the mom was like, I don't want to be on the west side. So she wasn't even looking for a house on the west side. And she saw the video and was like, oh, actually, that looks pretty cool, because buyers don't know what they want. They don't know what they want. So they see it. They then reached out through their broker and said, hey, my client saw your house thing on YouTube. Can we come and see it? They came and saw it, and they bought it for $12.8 million.
Congrats.
That's amazing.
So we didn't do the deal like through DM or comments, but like that sale came through YouTube marketing that way, through making a video. So that and that changed everything for me for how we market and how we position ourselves through social media to sell anything, not just real estate, like literally anything. I mean, you guys know this way better than me, but it works.
Is that how
Even on
most
an
of the-
upper level.
Is that how most of the sales that you see like actually start to convert? How they happen? Like somebody's like, I saw this house. It looked pretty cool, man. Can I come check it out?
Yeah, not
$13
all,
million
not all on
pad,
YouTube.
like-
not all on YouTube.
No,
but
but like Where do
Yeah,
these
they come
peop-
in different ways.
Where are these people hiding this fucking like? What does this person do?
They have everything, man. Tech, Uber just IPO. They, I don't know, they got vlogs. You know what I mean? People are all over the place. They have crazy ways. People make money in the craziest ways now.
What about famous people? You ever sold any big dogs?
Yeah, sort of. I mean, the coolest ones that I can't talk about, but we sell a lot of buildings that they buy into.
Yeah.
Right. So they'll buy apartments in the buildings that we sell, and that's the big business in you. That's what we don't have in LA. Really, you have some condo buildings, but in LA, the business is selling big houses.
Yeah.
Right. In New York, you can literally be a broker on one building out of the millions of buildings and sell more real estate in that one building than anyone in LA would be able to in years. So that's why there's so many brokers there, and that's why it's such a good market to be in, because the volume is so heavy. And that's why you should get into real estate. You three should do it. Well, maybe not you, but you two should definitely do it.
We should. Spencer's very he's very laid back. Maybe we should get our license.
Hey, don't underestimate my selling techniques. All right, bro.
I know you can. I'm not.
All right,
There we go.
Maybe.
I mean, bro, you did Vima. Verve.
Are we gonna go there right now, bro?
I don't know. I'm not really sure, but I'm just saying, like,
What is
the
this?
network
Yo,
marketing
if I
scheme.
didn't do that, I wouldn't be your videographer. Wow.
And if he
Sold?
wasn't your videographer, he wouldn't
Sold?
be on the podcast. And if he wasn't on the podcast, maybe
we wouldn't be getting into real estate.
And now you are.
And
now we are.
So, anyways,
You should all get your license.
Should we get our license?
Yeah, of course. Why not?
you should.
How about just I do? Should I do it?
That would be
You should do it.
hilarious.
Should I do it?
You should do it. I dare you.
I'm gonna do it.
Oh, he dared you, bro.
today. I'm not
Don't
kidding.
be a fucking pussy, bro.
I'm not.
He dared you.
I said
It's
okay.
real.
How many more times?
No, why
I
don't you stop being a bitch, bro?
How many more times I have to say it? So I can just get licensed in California, yeah?
I get licensed in California.
You'll sell me my next house.
GP would
Oh, he'd kill you.
murder me.
My dad,
and murder
my dad always when I'm trying to buy new houses, and we're thinking about one right now. He goes, he recommended a realtor to me, Matt Altman.
Sure.
When you say sure, by the way, is that
He
a
has no
confirmation
idea.
that you know
No,
who
he
he
has
is?
no idea.
No, I know.
No, I think
Oh,
he did
really?
because he said that when you said your last person. I wasn't sure, and he did. He knew.
Well, that dude's at like the highest.
Well, all right,
Yeah,
listen.
so's Matt, though.
Oh, really?
my dad's always looking for the finder's fee.
Yeah.
He yells at me when I don't make it. He's like,
Oh, I hate
The
the
referral fee.
a referral fee.
Yeah,
That's
the
what it
referral fee.
is. Yeah, I could have gotten 10K if you had recommended my name. I'm like,
Why'd you just make him 80?
and a pirate.
Oh, I could have got 10K if you recommended my name. Now walk the plank, Logie. Yo, he also, by the way, could take the buyer's side because he's
Sure.
a licensed real estate agent. So it's more than 10K. It could be.
Yeah.
Can you sell my bus by chance?
No, I don't sell cars.
Would
Oh,
you
well,
consider
that's
it for a friend?
No, I don't sell cars in Los Angeles.
Hey,
not a car.
We're selling the cool bus.
You are?
We're selling the cool bus. So
Why?
if any, we no longer have use for it because we bought a Sprinter van, and
gotcha.
it's a 2019 pimped out. It's the greatest thing I've ever bought in my life. It's coming end of May. So yo, seriously, if anyone wants to buy the cool bus, please let me know.
Why do I feel like somebody in like Dubai wants
How much
Yeah,
are you
for
asking
sure.
for it?
100K.
Yeah.
It's done by West Coast Customs. It's got TVs. It's got.
Full
I think it has
living
a-
There's like
toilet.
There's like
got a
car,
floor, right?
225K worth of work into it total.
Okay.
So if I sell,
Show it to me after. Maybe I'll change my mind.
All right, let's
It's
go.
got a floor.
Sell my bus.
Maybe you could include it
Sell my bus.
in a house deal or something.
Yeah, that's what you should do.
That's incredible.
That's
Let's
what
get
you should
into
do.
real
You should
estate.
crowdsource it. Get 100,000 people for $1 a piece and make it all
Right. together.
Okay, that's actually they all ride it together.
Yeah, or we
People do that for real estate now. They crowdfund real estate deals, and everyone owns a fractional piece of an apartment. It's really weird.
This is so outside of what we're talking about, but I just thought of it when you talked about the crowdfunding and everyone riding. Did you guys ever, as kids, think about how you could find a way to get as many people as possible to stand on each other's shoulders to reach like into the space?
No.
Hang on, hold on, just 1 sec. Mom? Yeah, I can take a call. Yep, hold on 1 second. I don't know why I just thought of that, but how are 100,000 people going to ride the bus at the same time?
They wouldn't. I'm just saying, people crowdfund things all the time now.
We can't lotto it off either because I think that's illegal.
illegal,
Like
yeah.
if you buy like a $5 raffle ticket and one of you wins, I don't think we could do that.
It's not.
No.
Yeah, it's
Yeah. Can't
have
do
you
that.
have you turned to vlogging?
Yeah.
You're vlogging.
Yeah.
Is that what
As of
that
like a
guy's
year
doing?
ago. Yeah, that's what that guy's doing. That's Adrian,
Yeah,
vlogger.
I like him.
Adrian!
He just
Say hi to
Facebooked.
Adrian.
He's like, oh sick. Okay.
Yeah.
solid.
That's tight. Okay, so you're vlogging now.
Yeah, it's a different audience. It's totally crazy. Like Instagram for me is everyone who's ever seen $1 Million Listing. You know, it's like you said, like the family channel. It's what people want to see. And then YouTube is the exact opposite. It's people who have never had a TV. And to the people who do follow me on YouTube who do have TVs, I'm sorry, but it's a much younger audience, and it's people who are entrepreneurial and people who are trying to figure out what they're going to do after high school and what they're going to do after college, and the fact that you can graduate and get your real estate license and not be in student debt and make some money that way and grow your own business is pretty crazy.
Are you inspiring and teaching, or are you using this as a promotional thing for people buying houses in the next 10 years?
My goal, the actual work, is inspiring and teaching. That's what I work on really, really hard, because I don't do that through $1 Million Listing. $1 Million Listing is watching us sell real estate. And then if through the platform people see the real estate that we sell or want to use me as a broker, then so be it, right?
Speaking of student loan debt, what's like your recommendation to
trillions of dollars of student loan debt?
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah, which is insane.
Really?
That no one
Really?
will ever be able to pay back. Trillions. And it gets worse every day by the billions. And no one talks about it.
When I started my documentary film in 2015, it was under $1 trillion. Now it's almost over. It's almost at 2.
Yeah.
It's just crazy. So how do young people get into like buying their first home?
Don't. That's the problem. They don't. They can't get
Do you
loans.
recommend to not do it, to just like
To
pay
not
that
go
shit
to
off
school?
first before you get a
Yeah, but
house?
they can't, man. That's the problem. They can't get jobs that pay enough where they can live and pay off the student debt. So it's tough, which is why more and more people every year aren't going to college. You just can't afford it.
Plus, it's getting more difficult for young people to buy houses, right? If
For
they
sure,
have student
yeah.
loan debt.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. It was student loan debt or any type of debt, credit card debt, right? Kids are getting credit cards younger and younger and younger now, and they don't even think about it because it's not real money, and like it becomes a whole process. But I don't think people should buy real estate like when they make their first paycheck. They should save your money. Like save your money, rent, hold on to it. Don't do anything stupid.
The good thing is, I think like Google and Apple and a couple other companies in like Silicon Valley are
Can't get over this guy's face. Oh my god! And why isn't this guy like playing professional soccer, dude?
Yeah.
He looks like Jon Snow, actually, from Game of Thrones.
Looks like Ibrahimovic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Steve.
Yeah.
That's Steve.
He needs to
Yeah,
change his-
you're really doing it here. Like I believe you.
Yeah.
I buy a house from this guy. Get
Play
your ass
soccer
kicked
with
by
that
this
guy. Okay.
This guy.
He's trying to touch you inappropriately. I'll be honest with you, dude.
I don't know about that. I don't know if I can say it.
All right, we'll cut it then. I don't fucking know what to say. Google, Apple, other Silicon Valley companies starting to hire people without college credentials.
Yeah, that's
They're
huge.
starting to look at the candidate as
Yeah.
a person, look at their skill set, look at stuff they've been good at in their life, and say, hey, listen, like we see you didn't complete your 4-year degree, or by the way, you went to a community college or whatever. We're still willing to look at you.
Yeah, of
How do you
course.
how do you think that's going to
huge.
start to influence the rest of the everything? Like less student debt, like more
Yeah.
people looking at,
I think it comes down to just hiring people based off of skill, like skill level, and not based off of resume. Right. I mean, that's a huge thing for me. Like if I didn't do anything else, what would I have done? I had an English lit theater degree from a liberal arts school. Like real estate was kind of the next thing to do, unless I wanted to be an English teacher or like go to law school. I took the LSAT, totally bombed it. Couldn't go to law school. It was the worst.
why do I
Hated it.
feel like he would also make a good English teacher?
I don't.
You
I would
don't
not.
you don't see that at
No,
all?
Not at all.
Just from a look standpoint?
I don't see it. I don't not see it.
Okay.
I'm indifferent.
Okay.
Hey, let's do a segment. I want to do a segment.
This has not been plugged in the whole time, but I'll hit it anyways.
Let's do a segment.
It's
Wow.
wireless.
Okay, great.
Wireless now.
Impulsive dollar listing.
Hey, there we go.
You got a tagline.
Do I?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, you're asking me what my tagline is?
I think I'm kind of just telling you. Okay, what is it?
No, there's me.
Always in, always.
Expansion, always and always. Yeah.
Expansion. You say it different than I do. Expansion.
Always.
Always.
And always.
In always.
Yeah, but you got to say it like low.
Expansion. Always and always.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we actually.
What's your tagline? Do you have one?
We all made one.
Okay.
In honor of you. This
Oh,
is
did
the
you?
Impulsive dollar
Oh,
listing.
shut up.
we did.
We all got our own tagline. To
Wow.
to pitch ourselves.
Yep.
Spencer, do you want to go first?
Yeah.
Maybe,
Hey,
maybe
I'm
introduce yourself and then say.
I'm Spencer Taylor, and I like plants.
Wow.
Yeah, nice.
That's a great one.
No, it wasn't.
Facts.
I mean, like, I don't want to buy anything from you.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, am I
You-
supposed to be judging that?
Of course, you want to be buying from someone who likes plants, who are going to invite plants in to
Yeah.
create an energetic, just a good vibe. In the
Who
house,
doesn't
right?
like
Feng shui.
plants? Who doesn't like plants?
If you don't like
Tagline
plants,
from like the Steve Carell character from Anchorman.
yes, bro.
Right?
Like you,
That's, you wouldn't buy from that guy.
What's his name?
I like lamp.
Brick, right?
Brick.
Yeah.
Brick.
Yeah.
Brick,
I like lamp.
Brick Tamlin.
Yes.
I like Lamp. I like the Brick. Are you just looking around the room and saying things you look like right
see.
now, or do you really like Lamp?
That's you.
I like plants. See, I opened the door for the conversation. Now I'm in.
You're, all right,
I'm in.
you're
I'll
talking
be
about-
honest with you. I really did think you were going to switch it up for this one.
Yeah, yeah, me too. What'd you say? What's your tagline?
I didn't do this homework assignment. So I shouldn't even make fun. I'm going to go with, hi, my name is Mike Malak, and American runs on Duncan. Can you take other people's slogans?
No, you can't. That's illegal.
I am so sorry. Hi, my name is Mike Malak. Taste the rainbow.
No, it doesn't work either.
I take it from here.
Okay.
I
am so sorry.
Hey, my name's Logan Paul. Don't be a fuckhead. Be a maverick.
Oh, wow.
Facts.
Wow.
That was good.
I like that
That's
one. That
good
was
advice.
good.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I definitely for sure won that. 100%.
Yeah, I kind of think the plant was pretty original.
I mean, yo,
Compared to both of
it's
those.
funny
It
because
opens a conversation.
when he first brought it up, we were all like, that was terrible. And then you heard R2 and you were just like, wow, maybe that wasn't so bad after all.
Because now I do kind of want to talk to him.
Yeah.
Like, oh, let's see what he's got.
Like what else is going on?
What else do you like besides plants?
Exactly.
So check it. I also, as part of the Impulsive Dollar listing, I believe this is a listing of yours that I pulled up here. I want you to sell it to me.
Okay.
And by the way, this place is beautiful. Is this yours?
Yeah.
This is incredible, dude. What's happening here? Can you sell me this house?
This is the Spring Garden Residence at 157 West 57, which is the original Billionaire Row Tower, which is built by Xtal. So it's like the pinnacle building. If you want to be in the it building in all of New York City,
He's good.
this is it. It's on 57th Street, right? Because it's the original. You don't want to be in like the new shit that no one's moved into yet. Like this is it. And this is a listing actually the developer held for himself to hold on to because he wanted like the best one in the building. And he called it the Spring Garden Residence because it actually has a greenhouse outdoor space that faces east that gets morning light. And it's only $28.5 million. And I'll do a pretty good deal for it.
Wow.
Yeah. And it's a large bedroom count too.
What do you
it's
think,
huge.
What do you
It's
think
great.
you could get this down to? It's at 28.5 right now.
Yeah.
What do you think you could do?
I don't know what your offer. You need it. Do you have a place in New York?
No.
Why?
Because I don't have $28.5 million.
Why? You don't need $28.5 million.
Are you selling
You
me
need
right now?
$399,000.
And some
Yeah.
paint. And some paint.
You should get a small place and we'll fix it up, go from there.
I don't go to New York often.
Why?
Doesn't have a place.
Does it scare you?
I don't have a place, man.
You can bring your bus. You could live out of the bus.
I
And
really
you don't have
could.
to sell it.
Hey, I really could.
You could park it there on Hudson Street by the water.
I like
You
the
could do
girls
your
in New
thing.
York. The girls
Yeah.
in New York. And just here's why I don't like it. When I walk outside and I walk above the subway grates,
Yeah.
and the wind blows up, I
Yeah.
feel like I just got cancer immediately. Like,
How many-
I
But there's
feel-
no
also,
signs.
I feel
There's
dirty.
no signs that say,
signs.
so it's not real.
All right.
How many people have you caught banging while you're in one of these apartment buildings? Like just looking out, you
Like
see all the other. Really?
There's
New
not
York's-
as much.
New Yorkers don't.
There's not as much banging in New York as there is here.
When I lived at the
there is,
W,
but it's at more normal times because a lot of people
Yeah, like at
what you
nighttime. They
what
go to work. The
they
difference is in
do
New York,
this
they go to
thing
work.
called work in New
Yeah.
York. It doesn't exist here because everybody's banging. It's the exact opposite.
Oh.
There they go to work pretty much all day. Here they
True
bang
story.
all day, and then maybe if they get a little bit of working, great. But New York,
Mm.
everybody just grinds all day. There's no fucking surfing. There's no lunch. Occasionally, if you stop working for too long, a little lady comes around with a fucking whip.
Yeah.
And whips
just hit-
your
Wait, so
ass.
why don't you have a place in New York?
We stay at the public hotel.
Yeah.
I like that
I'm a
place.
Just because
little.
you don't go there that often?
Yeah, and I'm high maintenance, bro. Like if I get a place in New York, it's gonna be like one of these.
Right.
So
So you
by
just
the
want
way,
something that's insane.
yeah, insane.
Yeah.
It has to be.
Yeah.
I want I think I'm gonna get a yacht first, and then a place in New York.
Yeah.
But I'm
Yeah,
gonna hook all my
yachts-
boys up
yachts
with
just a-
cars first.
Yeah. There we go.
Sorry.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. When's that happening?
We just gotta do some more
before the yacht.
vlogs.
Because the yacht.
We gotta make some more vlogs.
No, but we got business shit going on too.
Yeah.
That's where I come in.
Does every
Right?
place you buy have rooms for all your friends? Is that how it works?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this place.
Did they help you pay for it or no?
Nope.
Well, through
And they don't pay rent or pay for any meals. It's really,
Got it.
It's really great for them.
I'm curious how it works in LA, especially with you guys.
Yeah. We don't. We also don't do anything. We provide no value.
I feel like this is going towards a certain place right now that I don't want to be. I don't want to
I
be.
was just saying, y'all got no expenses. Me, bro, $250,000 a month.
All right,
Inexpensive.
that was not supposed to be aired in public.
Well, now you fucking know.
We'll put the word.
Please like this video because I need Google AdSense. Fuck.
Help my mans, please.
Do you think you're addicted to fame? This is the next question.
No segue. I love it.
No. No. Are you?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I love this shit, bro. Yo, this is great.
Yeah.
Because fuck.
No. I'm addicted to work. I mean, I like work. That's a boring answer.
Are you in a? But do you like attention?
Not maybe not the way you do. You know, like I like attention in the way that it helps me through business. But I understand that for you, this is your business, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
Not that we want to like go into how you work.
But I've always been the kid like at the party, like it was my brother's party, right, when he was like 6, and and I was the one like making jokes.
So you want it to be your party?
Yeah, and my dad was like, "Yo, what do you call me?" Besides,
Like an attention whore?
Showboat or
Yeah, you're a attention whore.
he didn't call me an attention whore, but close. Center of attention.
Yeah, center of attention. Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is.
You don't gotta be the center of attention, Logan. And I was like, you're
Was
right.
that before or after he threw you down the stairs?
That was around the same time. There must have just been a volatile environment. Greg, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
He shoved my tooth through my tongue one time.
But that's normal.
Your dad?
That's normal.
I'm joking.
He didn't do that.
I slipped in the shower. My tooth went through my tongue, but oh man,
You know what they say
Brutal.
about kids joking?
he actually got it out.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you still do that.
I was like this, and my dad ripped it up. You saved my life, Dad. For that, I love you.
I one time was running upstairs with one of those shish kebabs, you know, the wooden shish kebabs. I fell, the shish kebab pinned into the stair and went into the roof of my mouth. The roof of my mouth.
Is that real?
Yeah, dead serious. A wooden one. And my mom was like,
You haven't gone into your brain, my G.
I think
could've
it did.
died.
I'm pretty sure it did, bro. That
You
was-
ever have a crazy injury that prevents you from selling real estate?
I like nearly broke my ankle once. That was brutal.
Don't
Getting
do it.
around New York City on crutches sucks.
Oh, I'm sure.
That sucks.
sure.
I never had a terrible injury though. I broke my shoulder once. That was all.
I see people in New York City sometimes, instead of being the girl on crutches, they got a broken ankle and they're rolling into Marquee on a Wednesday night with the little roller thing.
Yeah, with
that
the
they
knee,
roll,
with your knee.
Your
Yeah,
knee's
yeah.
stuck on
yeah.
it and you're rolling
and
on
you're
a
pushing
little.
it? No, terrible.
And then they're on the dance floor when like Aoki comes out and they get caked in the face.
Yeah.
I think
I'm like, you deserve to get caked in the face because you're on a roller
Yeah.
wheelchair for your stupid leg.
crutches are pretty ancient. Like now we have birds. Like we have scooters.
Not in New York, man. No way.
no
Wait,
scooters.
what?
in New York?
You would
Hell
die.
no, yeah.
You would die.
You don't, There's no birds.
We have 2 in my office, but like we don't even use them because you would die.
Yeah.
Because the sidewalks are not level and the streets, they'll kill you.
Bro, you-
if you
you
get
have
hit
to-
by a car,
Wait,
you're
wait,
have to
wait,
understand-
But your boy Casey, you just did a thing with Casey.
Yeah.
He rides around on a skateboard.
Yeah,
all the
he's-
time.
lunatic.
No, he's a
eating-
skateboard though. He's one guy, but we don't have like the electric scooters everywhere that get littered all over the place and everyone just takes them. We have city bikes, bicycles, and people still die on those.
Everybody.
Dude, New York's a dangerous
You
place.
have to understand, if you go in the street in New York City for any reason and you're not in a car, you die.
Yeah.
It's an automatic,
It's-
bro. So crosswalks, all that stuff, all those people that you see walking across crosswalks and like videos and shit in
Yeah.
New York City, all of them have since died.
That's
have
not-
been
that's
hit
not
by
exactly
cars.
true.
Close, though.
Yeah,
Close.
Sure, sort of.
New York
Yeah.
City is a dangerous place.
It is dangerous. Way more dangerous than here, except for that one guy that stopped me outside. I don't know who that guy was.
Antichrist.
Yeah, the most dangerous thing you're probably gonna get out here is a homeless person pissing on you.
In Encino?
Maybe, but more downtown. But
Yeah,
I think the
probably
big
not out
problem
here.
here is the cancer. Because everything's got it, dude.
Or coyotes.
Do you know I saw my first coyote, and I thought it might have been the one that killed Kong, had a fucking sign on the back of him. This coyote causes cancer in the state of California. I said, are you kidding me? How did you even get that shit on there?
Yeah,
that's rough.
That's crazy. Give me some sales success tools.
Success tools?
Yeah.
We just talked about the biggest one, which is follow up, follow through, and follow
Can you
back.
take notes, please?
Yeah. I wrote a book on it, man.
Follow
Serhant.
up, follow through.
The whole book on how to sell anything. You should read it.
Sell it like
I really
Serhant.
think you got most of it down. I think you could do good. By the way, can I tell you something, bro?
Uh-oh. Secrets. They do this. They do this sometimes. Yeah. Nobody knows what they're saying.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, he's just trying to make him feel better.
Yeah, good.
He's probably saying, "Hey, I suck. I would really wish that my career was better." But
I told
Back to the
I told
show.
him. I really could have waited till after the show, but I just didn't. Anyways,
that was like
It was about something with like a joke that could have been funny, but it wasn't because it was too mean spirited.
you got advice for young people starting a business? For all the young folks watching, listening, viewing, subscribing.
Yeah, man, take risk. Like spend the money that you have, put it into the business, and continue to put it back into the business.
Yeah.
Right? Like do everything you can. Think about your lifestyle second. Like one of the biggest issues I see, especially with people that like are in New York anyway, because that's what I know. They put like their lifestyle first, and then they do work, and then they just set up office, and then nothing happens. Like focus on the business first, put the money back into the business, live with friends, stay on couches, do whatever you need to do, but like take that risk and go broke trying to do it, it will pay you back. You take care of the work, man, the work will take care of you.
What about, really quick, what about real estate as a business in early stages of like financial freedom? Because like I think like I started buying apartments when I started, like, I never looked at houses. I wasn't like, yo, I'm going to buy a house. I was like, yo, I'm going to buy an apartment because it was really cheap.
Sure.
And I knew I could rent it out. Like, do you like the idea of purchasing real estate still as a passive income stream?
If you're smart, you know, and you know what to do. I mean, a lot of people do that and they're not smart and they don't know what to do. They lose all their money, or they lose someone else's money, or they go into bankruptcy and it's a shit show. Okay. Like if you see a really good deal and you have a good broker, if you have good advisors and parents, then sure, do it. But don't just don't think that real estate is the answer to all your problems and go start buying real estate that you can't afford and don't know how to sell it and you don't know how to fix it up. You know, that was a problem in 2008. Did you see that movie, The Big Short?
Hell yeah,
it's real.
dude.
It's real. Like people owning 3 houses they didn't even know.
By the way, that's one of the best fucking movies.
I need to watch it. I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen that movie?
Can't
Really?
believe it.
Oh,
can't
that's
believe
a
it.
must.
It's
That's
incredible.
a must. Yo, it's crazy how we bailed those people out too. Like we bailed those.
You did?
Well,
You were the guy?
Probably.
kind
Probably.
No, but kind of, right? I'm sure our taxes
Yeah.
were put to use
Yeah.
on bailing out. Who is it?
Yeah. Yeah, and most of it got paid back.
Yeah.
I think all of it got paid back, actually. Yeah.
Too big to fail.
Too big to fail, man.
I gotta-
That's a good book, too.
I got a question.
Let's do a segment.
Do you have facts prepared?
No, not at all.
So if I want to do facts with Spencer right now, we can't do that.
Well, here's a fact. I don't have any facts.
Okay.
Is that true?
It's a fact.
Oh,
That was great.
can you give us a fact outside? Like
He
just
just
come up
did.
with
He just
something
did.
other
No,
than
that's
that one?
No,
That's all you're willing to do
there's
today?
nothing up in
You
there.
can't rake past 8 p.m. on Tuesdays in Ohio.
Is that no? Stop.
Is that real?
Are you
Oh,
serious?
man, I don't know. I don't know, dude.
It's not a fact.
I don't know. But fucking fuck, dude. You did. All right, so you wanted to be an actor.
Yeah.
Do what?
Read the sign, bro.
Facts with fucking no, not that.
Also, where the fuck is
Facts with Spencer, because it was a post-dated episode with the problems and the algorithm. And then you draw this, and then
It's basically sideways. So.
Yeah.
You got to roll as a hedge fund guy.
So, yeah.
And I know
That was later, though. That was later. That's after I got out of acting and got into real estate and put acting to the side. And then Noah Baumbach and his whole crew reached out and were like, hey, we've seen $1 Million Listing. We think you're funny. Can you come audition for our movie While We're Young with Ben Stiller? And I thought that it was just a scam. I didn't think it was real whatsoever. And then they reached out again. And then I went and showed up and auditioned with them and then played a hedge fund guy on that movie, which was crazy. It was crazy.
that's awesome. Did you like it?
Yeah, it was awesome.
Would you
Great
ever go
experience.
back into acting?
Yeah, I think so. It would have to make sense, though. I mean, real estate is awesome. Like the real estate business, the brokerage business is awesome. Anyway,
Well,
and now you're going to get into
soon.
it.
I really am, by the way. And how much does
We have an
it-
office on North Cannon. I'll hire you, maybe.
North Cannon?
Yeah.
Right up the street?
Yeah, do it's not.
Well,
sort
down,
of.
yeah, where
right down the street.
Calabasas area.
No, it's Beverly Hills.
No, Beverly Hills.
It's where, yeah, Beverly Hills.
Oh,
Real estate road
I'm
down
thinking
there.
of Cannon Road through Malibu.
No.
The
Yeah.
Cannon.
No,
Oh,
no.
North Cannon. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, how much does it like? Does a little social clout help in the real estate game at all?
A lot.
Yeah?
Now. Yeah, man, a lot.
You got 4 times as many followers as Mike.
Yeah.
Listen, but what you're trying to reach out to is you're like the kids who will watch this, right, and who will know you. Their parents will also buy real estate, and their parents are influenced by kids' decisions, just like that $13 million house that we sold. You know, like
So
we sold. Someone saw one of our like Facebook watch videos. Someone saw something on Instagram TV, found out about the listing that way, came through and bought it. Like one was 5 million, one was 4 million. It's crazy to me. Crazy.
Just please sell my bus, dude.
You got to show me the bus.
I'll show you. I'll show you. It's great.
I see it. It's huge.
Yeah.
It like blocks all the sunlight coming into this
Cool
room.
bus.
That does suck for that reason.
Oh, my new dog.
Where?
She's over there.
What kind of dog is that?
Tibetan Mastiff.
Oh.
Never before seen on any of his channels.
Yo, has a dog ever ruined a property that you tried to sell where you're just like, damn it, there's nothing.
Or a
No,
homeless
but
man.
cats have because of the smell.
The smell.
Smell.
I hate
Dogs haven't really because you can take dogs out for walks. The cats are the problem because like if you try to sell like a cat lady's apartment and it just really smells.
There's a lot of those in New York.
Some, yeah. I try to be selective with how many cat apartments I sell.
What are your thoughts on cats as a general species?
I think cats are fine. I'm not against them whatsoever. I just want them to smell less.
What about big cats?
Like leopards.
Tigers,
Like
leopards,
I think they're fine. I have yet to see one inside a New York City apartment. I sold an apartment once with a kangaroo in it in New York City. Hedge funders and private equity guys in New York have weird.
That
weird
does
things.
not surprise me.
Yeah.
That does not surprise me.
Actually, it was a wallaby in Tribeca bouncing around.
Was it like some black Bridgewater guy?
No, he was a regular. He was a trader, and he had like foxes in the apartment, like huge snakes. It was actually kind of freaky. Made it really, really hard.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really hard.
Wow.
It's really hard to focus on the apartment when you have crazy exotic animals that shouldn't be there. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. New York's a crazy place, man. When you walk down those streets, you look up, you have no idea what's inside those walls, which is kind of the reason I love it at the same time. Like everything looks the same in a building, yet every single floor it could be totally different, totally different people. Like here, you walk down the street, every house looks so different.
Yeah.
You know, it's cool in one way, but in New York, like you hide behind this wall, this facade, literally that's what it's called. It's called a facade. Yep. And then inside, everything can be different. And it's also super efficient because everyone's stacked up on top of each other. No one has land and pools and all that stuff. You literally stack each other in boxes and people pay millions for it.
Who wants land and pools?
Yeah.
Do you think New York's a love or hate thing? Like either one or the other? Are there any people
I meet
there
a lot of people that are love and hate for it. Yeah, for sure. It can be a lot. Listen, it can definitely be a lot. You have to take a break. Like you have to, even like coming here for, I'm here for 30 hours. Like LA is nice for 30 hours just to get away. Right. But then I miss it. Like it's like an addiction. It's like a drug addiction. You have to go back. You get an itch because like the adrenaline rush of just being in the city and waking up and like the craziness. And you're surrounded by some of the most intellectually curious people in the world. Like the one issue I have with LA is a lot of people are kind of involved in similar industries here, no matter where you go. In New York, you walk down the street, you'll bump into a different person every day for the rest of your life who do different things, no matter what. Wow. Right?
And
which is just crazy.
So driven.
Yeah, and everyone's from different countries. They're around. Yeah, and if they're there for a reason, and it's like do or die for them.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
All right, bro. I want to go to the audio only if you're cool with that.
Sure.
It's this, but just extended and juicier, and we get into it. So
no heads. You don't have a head. It's just talking.
Make sure you listen to it on Spotify and iTunes. We're going to continue right now with Ryan, dude. Thank you for coming on, bro.
For sure, man. Thanks for having me.
Of course. Where can they find you on social?
At Ryan Serhant everywhere.
That's great.
Yeah.
Amazing. Hey, hit that subscribe button for me. We freaking love you guys. Thank you for listening to this episode of Impulsive, the #1 podcast in the world. Take it easy, fam.
What about that struck you as bullshit, Spencer?
We got really big things coming, and I'm probably gonna be able to buy the house from Logan after.
It struck me as bullshit too. I'm not gonna lie. No, I'm on Spencer's side.
Our upcoming success struck you as bullshit?